Do you find it difficult to complete your tasks efficiently? Or do you take time off in the middle of doing something and slip away from where you were? Also, do you get distracted frequently? If you do, then it's very, very, very common, and we're just surrounded by way too many distractions. So, today I'm going to share with you 6 strategies that helped me regain my focus and get things done efficiently when I was side hustling as a writer during my corporate job. And I hope this helps you as well. Don't obsess about productivity. And I know it's counterproductive to like what the title of this video is, but the thing is that instead of learning so much about productivity, try to execute as many strategies as you can, and not at the same time, because that will overwhelm you. So I know that waking up at 5 a.m. has several benefits, but I am okay waking up at 7:30 because that lifestyle doesn't work for me. I cannot sleep at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock and get sufficient sleep. And yes, so I encourage you to learn from everywhere, but not too much at once. And try to like learn and execute so you know what works and what doesn't work. So at least you can eliminate what doesn't work and then learn instead of just obsessing about productivity. So please do not put all productivity stuff into your routine all at once, because that will lead to you doing nothing at all, which is not what we want. Use your breath to hop back. Try to take some time, not some time, but like just say every hour, notice how your breath is and how your posture is. Because if your breath is shallow and your posture is slouched, then as long as you just sit up straight, take a long breath, you will feel better and you will feel refreshed and you'll get back to the task instead of slouching even more and then just like getting tired and taking time off. Also, try to take a few long breaths every hour. It just calms your nervous system and makes you feel refreshed. Create outlines. I do not make to-do lists, but I do have monthly and weekly expectations from myself. So, for instance, every month I aim to publish 15 to 20 articles. And also, in that process, be kind enough to yourself if you don't reach that. You know, when I started writing, I used to aim for monthly 5 articles, but I would sometimes just manage 2 or 3. And I would feel really bad that I am so unproductive that I can't even write 3 articles or 5 articles. And please don't do that to yourself. Like, no negative self-talk here, okay? If you don't read something, that's fine. Just re-strategize your way around it if you don't reach your expectations. But every month have, this is what I want to do this month. And every weekend reflect how your week was, and then create new strategies. This will help you be more focused on the priority task that you need to accomplish, at the same time not overwhelming you with like a long to-do list every single day. This also helps you to get in the momentum of pursuing things instead of just finishing things to get done with it. Do one thing at a time. And I know corporate jobs really glorify multitasking, and I'm really against it. Because science has proven that we are not meant to multitask, and that multitasking actually decreases our focus. And doing one task at one time and doing it with full focus will have better results than doing different tasks and with shallow work and less focus. Try not to multitask, but do one thing at a time. If you have different responsibilities, like a plate of them, what you can do is block different time at different times of the day to pursue them. So I usually record my YouTube videos in the evening, but I write in the morning. So I'm not doing everything at once and getting overwhelmed that how am I going to get things done and failing at all of it. If you want to learn more about how do you do deep work and all this science which is around multitasking, I encourage you to read Deep Work by Cal Newport. It completely changed my relationship with technology forever. I mean, he's the reason that I don't scroll on my phone. He's the reason that I don't use Instagram on my phone. And he's the reason that I'm so focused. So I'm sure it'll really help you. Keep your phone in a different room. And I also mentioned this point in one of my previous videos, which is about how you can optimize your relationship with your phone. But also because sometimes you receive a text and that text becomes a conversation, and that can sometimes lead for you to scroll on different apps, and then it just takes you away from your work. So you think that it's just one notification, it's just one quick reply, but that one quick reply ruins your entire flow state that you have at work when you're completely deeply focused. So just keep it in a drawer, keep it in a different room. Sometimes what I do is that when my laptop is in front of me, and because it's on a stand, I keep it behind the laptop, face down, and it's on do not disturb. So when I don't see it, I kind of don't think of it. But it's just that now my self-control towards my phone is really strong because it's been 2 years that I've worked on it. But for starters, keeping it in a different room helps. And also, even when you want to take a break, your breaks become shorter because you are not just wasting your time away, burning your brain cells. You probably just will take like a 5-6 minute break away and come back. So put your phone in a different room. Move on if you can't focus. There's a quote by Bruce Lee which is that if you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you will never get it done. So instead of thinking so much about I have to finish this, I have to finish this, how do I complete this article, this video, this Excel sheet, the data crunching, just instead of all of that, if it's really not happening and you're trying hard, then just shift your focus and do something else and then come back, because productivity essentially is optimum usage of your time. And just trying to regain focus and getting demotivated that you're not able to finish it or focus on it, that is just, it just disrupts the entire point of being productive, right? So if you can't focus, just move on and get something done. And sometimes, at least like as a creative, it's very usual for me and other creators to give their piece a break if they really can't work on it and come back to it like sometimes a few days and a few weeks later. So if you can't do that, that's fine. This is just my example. But feel free to just come back to some work later. I hope this helps you. And my last point to you would just be that give your productivity routine or strategies or anything, give it a bit of fluidity and flexibility. Don't be so fixated on it that it becomes a burden, because this is just to improve your life. As much as I want my YouTube channel to be about improving yourself and being productive, I also want it to be like with an energy that you should be kind to yourself. Just give yourself some time and space when you do new things and evolve.